It's moving slowly. Good. Oh, y'all. So just so y'all know, like this thing does not tell me I'm live until I'm like 20 seconds in. So first off, happy Wednesday and welcome to In the Hot Seat. So today we have one guest coming on with us. The other person goes to record. So we're just gonna let hang there and let it flow like they normally do for these things. And I just like to do like a mini recap. Like whenever you do sign up, just make sure to come on the Mom Moguls website. I almost forgot which business I'm under right now. Come under the Mom Moguls website. You go to events, choose a Wednesday. If you want to go live, you can, but if not, you can always record. You'll get an email sent to you, and everything will be found inside that email, and like all this and everything. So you'll be taken care of, but always sign them on the website because I do not keep track of this stuff right here. So yeah, so website's the best bet. But I'm not going to ramble too long. I am going to bring on our guest as we're just hopping on. She is our only one for tonight, so she is going to have the floor, and hers is pretty cool. So I'm going to let her tell y'all. Y'all, I just came back from trick or treating, so I'm all over the place. I'm going to bring her on. All right, Miss Patty, you are on. So welcome. I'm glad you can join me in the hot seat.
Yes, you're breaking in and out.
Yes. Okay, that's what I thought. I was like, ugh. I don't know. It's like you're doing it on my end too. Hold on one sec. Let me try and refresh it. Okay, let me try and do in and out again real quick. Hang tight, y'all. Okay, can you hear me now good? Can you hear me good now?
Yes.
Okay, I said that so backwards. Yes. Well, I'm gonna let you have the floor. So just start off by like telling us your name and like the name of your business and what you do, and then we'll just roll from there.
Okay. All right. My name is Patty Lou. I was born and raised in Richmond, Virginia. My business name is Driven to Peak Consulting. As a performance enhancement consultant / coach with my master's degree related to performance and sports psychology, I help high school and young adult athletes overcome the mental blocks that prevent them from improving their performance and achieving their goals. I take on younger athletes on a case-by-case basis. Driven to Peak Consulting is the name of my business. It is a performance and sports psychology business.
Okay, so I'm gonna stop you real quick because when we hear the psychology, we're gonna think like, okay, so do you sit down like with them to talk to them, or like what exactly? Can you tell us more about that?
Okay. For clarification, I'll start this off. I am not a sports psychologist. As soon as I say my educational background is in performance and sports psychology, people automatically assume that I am a sports psychologist. I am not a sports psychologist. The difference between me and a sports psychologist is that a sports psychologist helps with mental health and performance issues. I only help with performance issues. For example, I am not good enough, the nerves, the self-doubt, the comparisons. I will never be as good as this athlete. Perfectionism, balancing the pressure to balance doing well in school and sports, the pressure to win, the pressure to not let parents down are just some examples.
Man, that's awesome. I think that's so needed because I was like, even like now, my son, he has like a perfectionist attitude, especially because of sports, grades, and everything. So I was like, I really think like your work is awesome, like for athletes and everything. So as you know, for COVID, do you only do in person or do you do like virtual or anything?
No, I'm doing everything virtual now with COVID. So with it being virtual, I can help people globally. I'm not restricted to just in-person local.
Awesome. Okay, so I know you said you help like high school age and stuff, and you take on younger kids like case by case basis. Like how young can you take like children or everyone? Well,
Well,
How young?
I mean, for example, I can help your 7-year-old. I can help your 7-year-old with his perfectionism. I don't believe that there's no such thing as too young, because like one of my clients right now is a 10-year-old basketball player.
Oh wow.
So yes,
So could you
for
walk us through
example,
like
yes, I
mom?
can also
Yeah.
help your 7-year-old.
No, so just like for other like parents listening for this. So like could you walk us through like a session? Do like the parents have to be in the session or do you think it works best if the child is like one-on-one with you? Like how does that work? Y'all know me. I'm sorry.
Okay. Yes, there seems to be some lag time. I don't know if it's on my end or your end.
Yeah,
Yes,
I don't yeah.
yes. Okay. Okay, for example, typically the younger athletes prefer that their mom or their parent is in the room with them. I don't have a preference with the younger kids. They prefer uh, they sometimes prefer their mom or dad be there. Like with like an older teenager, of course, they don't want their parents there.
Yeah.
So yes, that's
So
typically
like the
how it
younger
works.
ones, of course, want.
Yes,
Okay.
during the first session, I really focus on building that relationship, that know, like, and trust factor, to building that
Mhm.
relationship, getting to know the athlete as a person and not just as an athlete. That majority of the first session is focusing on building rapport and getting to know the athlete as a person and an athlete. Then the second, like towards the end of the first session, we discuss a little bit on his or her performance issues, establish a game plan for future sessions to focus on overcoming those performance issues that are preventing them from putting on their best performance consistently.
Okay. And like how long does I know it probably much, but like average, like how long do you normally like coach them through or consult them through? Or is it just like an ongoing thing as long as the parents want to do it?
Well, I would say it takes at least 3 or 4 months for me to feel even the slightest comfortable that they can do it without me. That's when you see that they might be able to start doing it on their own a little bit. However, it's really the first 3 or 4 months, they really need me almost every week. And then from
Okay.
there, and then from there, I like to do like every 2 weeks, every 3 weeks.
Okay. So of course like gradually drop off.
Yes, and then they contact me as needed. At least that's the plan for right now. If I see that it takes longer and longer, then I'll start having package deals where it's half a year. But for right now, the
Okay.
my package deals are 3 to 4 months.
Okay. That's not bad at all.
Yes.
That is cool. So just leading in, I know I'm gonna ask you for your links and everything, but like if a parent were listening like right now, like how do they get in touch? Like what is the best way to talk before I tell you where to follow you and everything? What is the best method? Like should they go on your website to contact you or like message or what's the best method or you prefer?
Okay, the best way to contact me is to go to my website, book book a free 20-minute session with me to discuss how I can help you. The first the first
Okay.
the
And
first
then
I offer a free discovery call for them to learn more about the performance and sports psychology field and how I can be helpful. One thing that I want to clarify is that another thing I want to clarify is that society tends to stereotype me as getting an athlete out of a slump, or athletes only come see me when they perform poorly. No, don't wait until it gets to that point. Prevention is easier than a cure. Remember that I can help your
Yeah.
athlete maintain a high level of performance as well as improve your athletic performance. And with right now with COVID, by enrolling your children in sports psychology now, it gives them another way to stay involved in sports and improve their athletic performance. I focus on the side of performance that parents and athletes neglect, which is the mental side of sports. When they prepare for sports, they always think the physical side. There's also another aspect to sports performance, and that is the mental side. And for especially for those aiming for a college scholarship or those parents who want to give their kids an extra advantage, while enrolling their kids in sports psychology is another way for them to give their kid an extra advantage, that extra edge, and a higher chance of getting that athletic scholarship, because they're putting them ahead of those who don't use sports psychology. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. Like a lot of sense. Like you're right. Because like people forget like even like with anything that we do, like the men get so focused on like the work to get there. Like we forget like how like the mental about it. So yeah, I really I like it. So on that note, could you tell us where you are and where we can find you online so we can get connected to you?
Yes, I have a website,
Of course, yeah.
driven to peak consulting.com. I'm on Pinterest, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook. Those places are also at Driven to Peak Consulting. I also have
Awesome.
a
That's easy to
Facebook
remember.
group. I also have a Facebook group, Peak Performance Athletes. It's for parents of athletes, it's for coaches who want to learn more about performance and sports psychology. And also, they get access to my Facebook Lives and trainings that I do in there.
Ooh, okay. Make sure I make note of that. All right. Well, thank you so much. I think we are going to wrap it up there. Of course, I'm going to have like everything filled out so they can find you anyways. But thank you so much for joining me tonight, and I'm glad to have you on.
Yes, thanks for having me.
You're so welcome. I'm going to put this on YouTube and I'll send you the link and all that other good stuff. So I was like, that was just about it. Just for tonight because you're the only one. So,
okay.
Well,
All right.
but you have a good night, ma'am. Yeah, I'll
All
see you
right,
around
you
one of the
too.
Facebook
Thanks
groups
for
we're
having
in.
me.
You're welcome. Have a good night.
All right, have a good
All right. Well, hold on. My thing is being very slow. Okay. All right. Okay. Computer. Me and tech, I swear. All right. So thank you guys for tuning in. That was our only live guest for tonight. So I'm going to get ready to hop off. As usual, I'll have everything filled out so you can get connected with her. And you guys have a good night. And I will see you inside either our Facebook group or somewhere around the social media world. So see you later.